Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is Otaku Showboat. The last time we met, I got oil out that way. I found it, we fought for it, we started drilling for it, and begun to plan out where we will process it. And that is an item that is on the agenda. Finding and processing that oil into the plastics. What else do we still need to do? Process Caterium, as well as process quartz. Those are two other things that are on the agenda. But today, as of this day of recording, is December 1st, 2021. Meaning, Ficsmas has arrived. And I have changed my color scheme to glorious green and red for the occasion. As it turns out, yesterday, the 30th, for whatever reason, the game started loading Ficsmas stuff. It started dropping the presents, and it unlocked the MAM research tree for Ficsmas. And as you can see, I've done 2 parts of it already. As it turns out, this was last year's Ficsmas starting up again, where the intent was it was supposed to start with a quote-unquote new Ficsmas for this year. Now, most of it is the same. I can see that the tech tree is the same. Basically, you have gifts that fall from the sky within like a 300-meter range around you, up to a certain number of presents on the ground around you. And then you get 100, you get this first tech. This first tech lets you build tree branches, as well as the giant tree. You get the branches by unwrapping gifts in a constructor. You can then unlock this tech for the candy cane basher. And I went ahead and I did the candy cane basher because I didn't know whether or not the candy cane basher would actually be part of this current new quote-unquote phase of Ficsmas. And I went ahead and I did that, and I got my glorious candy cane basher. The unfortunate part of the candy cane basher yesterday was that it's broken and doesn't actually work. I don't know if this basher will work today, magically, but yeah, the basher doesn't actually work, at least not in my save, as it currently exists. I've gone out and I've tried to hit enemies with it, and the thing just passes right through enemies. It's rather annoying. Rather annoying. We do have our decorations put on all the power poles now, officially. And we should have an advent calendar that we can open up as well. So, you may have also noticed that I have done a few tweaks here and there where I've added in a bunch of hypertubes. I have done the hypertube thing, and I've also been making things look a little bit nicer by using the floor holes for conveyor belts, the conveyor floor holes. Those have been nice. I've used the hypertube floor holes as well. This tube takes me straight down to the bottom level, and it ejects me right in the wonderful spot where I can get access to the calendar. This is a brand new calendar this year. So unfortunately we don't have last year's calendar, but we do have something new. And we have to find the one You'll have to give me a second while I look for the 1. The 1 is here. We get 100 presents for the 1 today. Now, just so we're clear on this, the next 2 videos I record are going to be on this same day, so we won't come back to this for a little while. In fact, my next recording session will be on Monday, the 6th of December, so we'll come in on that recording for next week, mind you, for next Tuesday's video, to open up the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6. I see the 3 is here. So I know the 3 is here. I don't know about the 2 or the 4. That's the 6 right there. I see the 17, the 15, the 22, which is my birthday, the 9, the 20, the 14, the 25 is this big thing here. There's 12-7 is right there. They always have to make this, like, extremely cryptic, don't they? There's the 2 right there. So there's the 2, and there's the 3. That's good enough for now, I suppose. So yeah, we have a whole new calendar. Now, if this is anything like last time, there are going to be set days where you get very set items, but for the remaining days, it is a random shuffle depending on your save. So yeah, that will be a thing. That will be a thing, and we'll see what we get out of all of this. So, as I've said, we have options on what to do today. I'm going to carry around this candy cane basher. Yeah, even though I should have it unlocked and available at this point. Yeah, see? Candy cane basher. You take 2 Xeno Zappers, candy canes, and gifts, and you make the candy cane basher. But, yeah, I don't know if it works today. We'll find out. We shall find out if it works today. I can probably test it on some dudes down in this cave, maybe, if they've respawned. Hello, Ollie. How's my boy? How's my boy doing? So the last time I checked, the last time we went down here, there were a couple of spiders, but it may be still within that range of my powered buildings and not going to respawn. It doesn't look like they've respawned, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no respawns of these enemies. So we'll just have to find something. Oh, there's a thing. There's a thing. Ollie, stop. So, as you can see, the candy cane basher is broken. The zapper's fine. It can hit the things and yeah, and kill them. The candy cane though, for whatever reason, it's supposed to be the equivalent of the Xeno Basher, but sadly it's not working. At least it's not working for me on the release build of the game. And yes, this is the official release. I did not mention this in my previous recording session. Oh, hey, there's a spitter? Really? Alright, well, that's clearly close enough for stuff to spawn. Huh. Interesting. So I wonder why there's no spiders underneath if the top could spawn a dude. Interesting. So, a few things I've learned about the game, by the way. Did you know, with 100% certainty, that if you are at full health, completely full health, it is impossible to die by fall damage. No matter what. No matter how high the fall is, you will not die from fall damage at full health. Because the amount of health that is taken away from fall damage is capped at like 97 if you don't have the Blade Runners. Which, I would like to process some Caterium so we can unlock the Blade Runners. That would be good. I would like to do that. I would like to do that first thing today, actually. Very first thing today, actually. So let's go ahead and to do that, I have brought some Caterium over. Yeah, I found that to be very, very interesting. So we're going to go up this level, and I'm going to show exactly what we're looking at here. So this line, this going up, this is Caterium. Now I haven't shown where I've mined this Caterium, so let's take a bit of a brief walk out towards where I am mining this Caterium. So on this top line, we also have a coal line that goes off to over there. There is, you see that ramp down right there? That ramp down right there, that's the area where the Caterium node is that I have tapped into. Just one. There aren't particularly that many Caterium nodes across the map. The closest one to my base, as far as I can tell, just happened to be this one right over here. And there's the mining drill on top of the Caterium node. Yeah, so there it is. I tapped it a while ago and haven't done anything with it yet. So now here it is, glorious Caterium being lifted up and over. Seems up that way is just a wreck that I had accessed. Speaking of wrecks, we can access some wrecks today as well. Hopefully. Ideally, we can go ahead and do that. And we can take a bit of a hypertube tour. I would like to do a hypertube tour. So, as I said, lots of stuff on the agenda. We need to process oil. We need to process Caterium. And we're going to take a tour in the hypertubes. And we have Ficsmas going on top of all of that. So, what do you say? Let's get working on this. I also built 8 batteries. I have no idea why I decided to build 8 batteries. They seem a little bit underpowered, to be completely honest. But I don't know, they charge at up to 100 megawatts at a time per power storage unit, per battery. Only 100 megawatts. You can see that I have scaled up my power to 2400 megawatts. I have a bit more power production now. So I built 8 of these. This is 800 megawatts that it can output, up to 800 megawatts for an hour. So, it also takes an entire hour to charge them. And there's nothing you can do to stop that. It, like, every new battery power storage unit that you build will take an hour each to charge if you have the full 100 megawatts free to charge them. So, yeah, that, It's great in case of spikes in power draw. You just have to be paying very close attention to it because unless there's some sort of warning that pops up that you are using your batteries, it could be very easy to miss the fact that you're running on battery power for an hour or longer, realistically, or longer, or shorter, because apparently these batteries, they can discharge at an unlimited rate. So while they can only charge at 100 megawatts, they can discharge at like a gigawatt very quickly. But you'd have to be drawing the full like 800 megawatts for all 8 batteries for it to last an hour, okay? And that's over your current production. So a few of them is okay, I guess. Would I build an entire array of batteries to have batteries? I don't think so. I don't think so. That would be a rather devastating mistake if I were to ever have to rely on any of that. Caterium first. Let's do that. So this is just a one level shortcut rather than having to climb up the ramps. And this one just takes me to the current top, this vertical line. Here's the Caterium. This is where it is. It's so cute sticking up out of the thing there. All right, I need some. Oh, there's the tree. I need some not constructors, smelters. Because that's step 1 with the Caterium is of course smelting. Now, what is the rate here that you smelt? You smelt 45 into 15. The node I have is a 120 node, and I don't think it's a Mark II on a normal. I think. Let me double check this. What is the? Oh, it's a pure. Okay, so it's 240 with a Mark II. All right. Well, 240 over 45 is 5.33333. That's a factor of 4, is it not? Or 3. 3, duh. It's a factor of 3. So... I want to try to get it down to 30. But that might not work out great on the clock speed. If I set it to 10, I think it's going to be, yeah. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But, I think it will work out if I do 6, but I make the 6, well, the 6 would be 1/3, so it doesn't actually work, elegantly like that. I'm still gonna need 6. Trying to think. That's not quite gonna work. It's either this goes 33% faster or both of these go 33% slower. So if I have 240, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at 100%. We have 4 at 100%. That's going to use 180 units per second of the Caterium. And then that one would bring me to 225. Now, 240 minus 225 is 15. So this one would be at 33.33%. Or both of these would be at 66, or God dang, I hate this. I hate this sometimes. We'll live with it. We'll just live with it. Okay, bring me stuff. Bring me things. Right, I have changed my hotkeys. I have officially changed my hotkeys for the hot bar. Because I didn't want to have to keep reaching all the way out to the 9 key. Or the 0 key. Right? Like, I don't want to have to move my hand off of WASD. So I changed the hotkeys. And I have to get used to the hotkeys. I also changed the running toggle key from left shift to right shift. What's the difference? It means that I can use the left shift along with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the other 5 keys. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have shift 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just have to get used to that. As I said, I just have to get used to that. Because, for whatever reason, the game does not change the hotbar to reflect the different keys. It would be nice if the hotbar actually said, rather than 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, shift 1, shift 2, shift 3, shift 4, shift 5, what my actual key bindings are. Very, very, very sad that that it does not do that by default. Also, I am not going to pay any attention to what direction the wreaths face. It's like, oh yeah, there's wreaths. They don't appear on the preview. They only show up once the thing has been built. Let's get wires attaching all of these. And start making my Caterium. And for now I have to put it into a box because I don't have anything to do with the ingots. Where's my box? There is my box. Thank you for the ingots. Let's build a man. to have access to it. So for the Caterium, yeah, I'm going to need 50 of the doohickeys, as well as 10, so 60 doohickeys. Well, we just hit 50. Let's start with our glorious 6 inventory slots. That will take 2 minutes. I think I'm going to have enough ingots in 2 minutes. In the meanwhile, bloom. Let me in, let me in. Let me up. All the way up here. Now there's some fancy stuff going on up here at our tallest level that we haven't looked at yet. I've been busy. I've been a little bit busy up here. I totally now have a hypertube line that ends up going all the way to the desert, as well as all the way to a quartz double node, actually, but this is just the output of one pure quartz node, and a bauxite node. So I have quartz and bauxite being provided from way over yonder. Way over yonder. If we have time, in one of these videos, we will go and have a look at that. So, while we are waiting on the ma'am, I will build constructors. Yes, yes, glorious constructors. Right up here. What are these constructors going to do? Well, they're going to make tree branches. Oh, good. And they're going to make the candy canes and various other things along the way. Candy cane. Candy cane. Speaking of candy canes, I have a few. Let's build another ma'am. Right up here. Yes, I have more pocket space. Huzzah! Go ahead in 3 seconds and unlock Quickwire for me. Thank you so much for that. So now I have quartz, meaning I can actually unlock the quartz line as well. I'll need to still go out and get a sulfur node. Because, yeah, I would like the rifle. I very much... Zip lines. Le Fouque? I don't remember those existing. But yeah, we now need to make Quickwire. Was I looking at Ficsmas? So, here's the thing. We don't get an ornament until like the 4th day. A red ornament. So we are limited on our progression that we can do today. We will be able to make the bows, or at least set the infrastructure for the bows. Really, a lot of the Ficsmas stuff is not going to be a real factory until we get access to the automated production of the gifts. So I'm gonna leave this aspect until we get access to the gifts through the automated way. Now, apparently we can build candy canes just around the base. We also have the tree, of course. For now, though, I'm gonna put down a box. This shall be my box. And then I'm gonna put down, like, splitters. Splitters splitting. You know, it would help if it was aligned. What do I need for the bow? It's just gifts. Okay. So we'll have one making candy canes. You know what, let's have two bows and a candy cane. Or should we have two candy canes and two bows? Ooh, good question. Great questions. Oh, what? Bow, candy cane. Bow? No. Bow, candy cane. And tree? Or do we do one tree, two candy cane, two bow? You know what? We'll do that. That should be two candy cane and two bow. There we go. Better. Not like I have the production capacity for it. But oh well. Excuse me? Build the thing. You. Enjoy presents. And then storage container. The first. The second. And the third. Still getting used to these hotkeys. You there. You there. You to there. You to there. You to there. And you into there. Glorious power needs to happen. Doink. 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 Power all the way down the line. There we go. Ta-da! And that, my friends, is all we can do for Ficsmas right now. Besides actually build the giant tree, which I guess we should do at some point. Let's go back to Caterium. Hello, Dolly. Yeah, bro. Dolly gonna join me? Doll. There she is. We've had both the kitties today. We've had both the little kitties today. Okay. I believe that the technology on the Caterium has happened. We need to make quick wire now. So, 240 over 3 is 80 ingots. 80 ingots per second. So now we have to set up constructors to process those into quick-wire. Oh gosh, 80 over 12. Great, we're gonna have another fractional clock speed. So this will be 7 of these buildings, you are like raised up, and I hate when you do that. So if you hold control, it's supposed to snap, but for whatever reason, it like raises it up slightly. You see how it's vertically changing every time I push control? I don't want that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let us split. 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 I don't really need that here, but whatever. Quickwire, you are going to be at 40. Per minute, and that will be that. Everyone else is just making quickwire at 100%. Yeah. So it seems like the universal exit key is E in this game. I may have mentioned this before, but early on, episode 1, I was like questioning like why Q gets rid of this menu here and yet Q doesn't work here. E is the key that closes. E to escape, I guess. And E also works from the quick build menu, or from the building menu as well. Rather than pushing Q to toggle, you can push E to get rid of all menus. Which throws me off, because in Factorio, that's Q, not E. We need mergers now. Hope all those were aligned. Looks like it. This today will be a bit of a longer video, obviously. Because we have a lot to do. I have a lot I would like to do and get started with. Let's build storage for all this quick wire. And then we need power, of course. Autosave is autosaving. Power line. Connect everything. Hey, the wreaths are in the proper orientation. Who'd have thought that that would actually happen? Alright, thank you kindly for the quick wire. Now we're going to need quite a bit of quick wire. He says when, yeah, that's a lot, actually. Did I pay any attention to the output throughput? I didn't actually pay any attention to the output throughput. So we have 400 quick wire per second. Yeah. Yeah, it's 360 plus 40. Or should I say 6 times 60 per second plus another 40. 6 times 6, 36, add the 0, 360, and then 40 on top of that. So, yeah, we have a few units Mark III belts are only capable of 270 per second. So we're gonna leave it as is for now, knowing that there's that throughput issue there. I'll fix it later. What I'm most concerned about, is getting the MAM upgrades so I can get into the freaking Blade Runners. Yeah, that's the important one. It will take 5 minutes to unlock the Blade Runners. That's really what I wanted. And we will absolutely have enough quick wire to take those other techs as well to unlock things like the Mark II power pole. That'll be nice, having a lot more nodes per pole that I can split off. Smart splitter, I don't have as much of a use for. We do get the AI limiter, which we'll have to make, of course, to unlock the further things down the line. But yeah, it's good. It's glorious, magnificent, and beautiful Caterium. Now, next, do I have what I need to build refineries? I can build 5 refineries with what I have right now. So I'm going to need a few more motors. They are on this level, I believe. This is my glorious motor level. Yes, I am awesome syncing. I am awesome syncing my production of the automated wiring. I have an entire chest full of automated wiring. So, yeah, I have a few coupons available to me at this point. Here's my motors. Thank you for motors. It's absolutely glorious. Now, 10 refineries is not gonna be enough to process all of the oil that I have out here. Remember that I tapped 4 oil nodes when we last met. I tapped 4 of them. I mentioned how I would off-screen, get them brought up and raised up because the logistics would be a little bit of a nightmare. I've figured out how I want to do this going forward. Whenever I need to raise pipes vertically. And I've learned a few things about about pumps in this game. Apparently, it is very, very easy now because the pumps will show you the exact amount of head lift that it gives you, and it gives you a snapping point for the next pump in the line. So here I have 4 pipes. They're raised up onto the platform that we're going to be building up these refineries. They're all oil pipes. They're all full throughput 300 per second oil pipes because I've overclocked the oil extractors down here. But you can see what I've done. I have built a wall, many segments of wall, all the way down to the ground. And I've taken the pipe, brought it up against the wall, used wall pipe supports to vertically raise the pipe all the way to that floor mount. I've had some issues with the floor mount, by the way, with fluid not being able to go through the floor mount even after connecting the pipes. I think there's something up with it. It's a little finicky, but yeah, I have the pumps perfectly spaced because they snap to the max head lift of the previous pump. It's actually quite glorious that it does that. Another little detail that I had never noticed before with pipes is that this thing right here, when a pipe is empty, this side and this side are scrunched in together in like a set of 3 of these rings. And as a pipe fills, these rings move out along this like track here, this metal track thing. It pushes out these outer rings, and the middle will change color depending on the type of fluid that it has. So the water ones have light blue color. Can you let me through, please? No. No is the answer. You cannot let me through. You refuse. So yeah, just a few things that I noticed about pipes in general. They do show you the contents when they have contents. And it actually gives you a relative volume as well, based off of how far apart those rings are. So yeah, it's like, okay, you get this visual representation of both what it is as well as its volume, which is quite nice. Get out of my way, present. And so yeah, I now have 4 glorious pipes full of oil ready to process out here. Now, let's begin placing refineries. What orientation do I want? Where do I want them? I want them... Let's start them here. I am not going to worry about how this looks. Like, how they're placed on top of the platforms. They're so massive that it's... yeah. It's not a problem. Refineries! Oh yeah, I'll need to do that for the pure copper at some point. Everywhere I'm doing copper. Great. Oh boy. So, 2 making plastic at least. Maybe 3 making plastic and 3 making rubber. Yeah, let's have 3 making plastic and let's have 3 making rubber. Now, this is going to use whatever 6 times 30 oil. Not even a full doohickey. They have a fluid out. So let's keep this in mind. They have a fluid out. That fluid needs to go somewhere. That fluid absolutely needs to go somewhere. That fluid is going to make petroleum coke. Now, when I have 6 of these, and I believe they're all the same, that's going to make 60 of that residual, or of that residue. So I'm going to have to raise that up a bit to make sure that we are going to process 60 per minute. Just to check that you are the same. Oh no, you're 20. You are 20 doing the rubber. So it's actually 60, 70, 80, 90 rather than 60. Huh. Alright then. Well, if it's 90, we're probably better off building 2 of these. 3 of these. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, to say the least. I'm probably going to have raised conveyors here for this purpose, but It's been 50 minutes now. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the full, like, base tour in this video. We're gonna call it here. And in the next video, we're going to do this logistics work with pipes and with the belts to get our rubber and plastic going, and likely into a couple of industrial containers to store them for a little while. And then we'll take our base tour afterwards, and, you know, probably between my recording sessions, after recording one additional video, I will scale this, though I do need to pay attention to how much power these use. Because we don't have infinity amounts of power, I will need to go and make even more power. But with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat if you are so inclined and able. I will be back when I am back, and I will see you all on the next one.